Welcome to the TV studio here at Zona Tortona in Milano. My name is Max Fraser. It's a pleasure to welcome Marc Thorpe to the studio here today. Marc, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So Marc, you've flown in from New York.
New York.
And you're spending the week here, I understand.
Correct.
Yeah. First of all, tell us a little bit about what it is that you do in New York.
Well, we run a small practice, architectural practice in New York. It's comprised of just a small collection of us. I head the studio, I'm the principal. And we also dabble in furniture design. I developed the studio in the sense of kind of like in the tradition of a old world Italian studio, you know, where they design everything, you know, for the home. So including the home. So that was really kind of the inspiration for
That's an interesting point, because we were talking to Piero Lazzoni before this, and he very much works across many different design disciplines,
right.
Not just one,
right.
which I think a lot of designers do bracket themselves within.
Right.
So are you trained in something specific that's then led you into these things? Are you trained as an architect?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it was again, like I actually come from a sort of a family of Italian design, and you know, the training comes from architecture. So I have a master's degree in architecture from Parsons School of Design in New York. But I felt as if, you know, because architecture you find in everything. So to really understand, you know, the architectural tectonic is extremely important, and being able to translate that into all sorts of facets of design. So which you know, and furniture has always been sort of like a breath of fresh air, you know, because you don't have to deal with so much of the program and all these sort of idiosyncrasies that architecture brings up, and also including the time, you know, to produce.
Yeah, and of course every architect wants to design a chair, right? And
myself find designing tables to be, you know, I think for me, you know, much more interesting. You know, I love tables. Well, I don't know. I think it's because it's almost like they're like little buildings, you know, and so you can kind of experiment with form and material and structure, you know, and you know, they kind of like stand on their own, you know, and they sort of have this presence.
And so what is it you're launching here in Milan this week?
Ironically, a table.
So you gave it a good plug.
Yeah. So it was all worked out. You know, we designed a collection of tables for Bernhardt Design, the Global Edition, Part 2.
And of course, in America, like the rest of the world, the recession. The economy there's a lot of talk about it, and I think a lot of interest this week. A lot of eyes on Milan as to see what will happen,
sure.
How the mood will change, so on, so on. What do you think is going to happen this week? Do you think we're going to see that?
I've always found it fascinating. If you look back in history, you say, okay, you know, we've gone through recession, we've gone through depressions as a you know, internationally, and you know, sort of what comes out of that has always been sort of like, you know, very abrupt response, you know, or so you send these. It sort of fosters, you know, this fresh ideas, you know. So I'm hoping, you know, that we see, you know, something maybe new, you know, something that's really interesting, you know, that maybe really starts to focus in on, you know, how to use, you know, the economic condition, you know, that the companies are in right now, towards its advantage, you know, to create something that's fresh.
I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yeah, please do. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in this chair for that.
How do you justify adding more stuff to the world?
I think it gets back to maybe the intention of the designer and the manufacturer. So whether it might be a sort of maybe a political statement or some sort of social statement, or maybe it's an environmental statement through the use of some sort of new organic green material. You know, there is definitely justification for adding new products to the world.
On that note, we're out of time.
Okay.
So thank you, Marc. I'm sure we could get into a much longer conversation, which of course I would love to do. Maybe we continue the conversation in a month. But thank you for coming, and please enjoy the rest of your week, and good luck with your launches.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.